Wow, we're live. We're live. And it had to be a relative that called. I have to tell you that. Welcome to the LA School of Comedy, open mic live, open, whatever you are. Listen, if you're dyslexic, name your kid Aviva. That's all I got to say. That way, we got it right there, back there. We'll name her Aviva Dad, even easier, okay? Aviva Dad, I can't keep going, but a lot of things going on. I could talk more about it. I just want to tell you that people tell you you're funny. You probably are. And you won't know until you take it from the page to the stage. Absolutely. And I've got someone that has to get out of here. But first, I want to give just a quick thank you to our production staff over here. We have Jason Ham on the producer's end over here doing all that black magic. You gotta change your evil ways. All right. And of course, we have the lovely and talented Samantha Linderman from Sam and Friends. Okay, you guys are laughing because I'm missing a tooth, but that's okay. Remember, my dentist in New York, smiles change lives, and his has definitely changed. My smiles changed my life because it's cost me a lot of money. But this is the way you go. Sometimes you got to move a little fast, sometimes a little slow, but this guy's definitely on the go. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Sean Kubota. Let him hear you.
Thank you so much for getting my name right. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? My name is Sean Kubota. I've been social more lately now that I'm single. It's been pretty good. Have had some weird circumstances come up. You know, some of these people, they're really personable, they're really nice, they're dressed well, they're attractive even, they're telling some nice stories. And I can't fucking pay attention to anything they're saying. I'm just looking at them, and they're just bright-eyed, looking at me like nothing's wrong, and I'm just like, how did they come up and feel like it was okay to talk to me after obviously eating a giant platter of fresh dog shit? Like, holy fuck, their breath is so bad. And I'm like, this is impressive. Like, how did they accomplish this? It's a feat to have breath this bad. Like, how did they go through the whole day, and I have to be the one to have to address this shit, right? Like, they're at work, and no one's like, hey, Bruce, Bruce, did you not forget to brush your teeth this morning and drink 4 cups of coffee and eat an Egg McMuffin and not drink any water? Holy shit. Oh, Kathy, Mentos, here we go. Mentos fresh. Like, what the fuck is going on where I have to be here in this current climate where people are talking about violent speech and hate speech, where they're like, oh, words, oh, I'm offended, go to jail, you know what I mean? Like, I have to deal with violent breath. How come there's no hate breath? You know what I'm saying? I'm having to deal with this guy. I'd much rather have some big old fat guy over here like, yeah, you fucking chinky fucking fat fuck or whatever. And as long as his breath is minty fresh, I'm cool with it. I'm like, all right, you have a good day now, right? I'll take that any day over horseshit breath stories over here. Pass, hard pass, you know? The other thing that's been going on that's terrible is some of these people are really charismatic. They're nice. They're well put together, more than I am. And I'm talking to them, and I just can't help but perceive them like they have some sort of mental challenge or something like that. Like, they just look so bad, all because of just this little boogie hanging out of their nose, like, you know, this little perfect nose booger sticking out, and it's just like, oh man, they say they're an attorney, but is it just like they're playing that on the Nintendo Switch? Like, I don't know, I just see them as mentally challenged when they got a little booger hanging out their nose. And you can't address it, right? Like, if I try to address it, I'm like, oh, you got a little something right here, and they're like, oh, sorry, they're all embarrassed. They wipe it on their sleeve, and then there's a big white mark here. I'm like, oh God, okay, yeah, I didn't see anything. Or they rub it off, it falls on the table. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta blow it away, and then they move their arm, it comes on me, like, it's in my lap, So that's awkward. The one thing that has been pretty easy is when people have something in their teeth. I'm like, oh, you got a little spinach there, right? You got a little poppy seed, oh, that's cute, blah, blah. Really easy. We should always tell people, you got something in your teeth. Until there was this one time, I'm talking to this person, I'm like, is that dog shit? I knew it! Dog shit teeth! Dog shit, woo! Hate breath, get him in jail, All right, so I saw my friends from high school and college this week. It was really nice. They all have babies. And I was telling them, like, dude, babies are manifesting generators. People want to help people with babies. They want to, like, help the progress of the human race. And they're like, what? No, what are you talking about? I'm like, you'll see. We go to a coffee shop. My friend comes out. She's like, oh, my God, they saw him, and they were like, does he want some milk? And then they just gave us a free cup of milk. And I was like, see, I told you. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, would you imagine if I went in there trying to look all cute, like a little baby? You think anyone's going to give me some free milk? I can't even go there and ask for milk. I'm like, can I have a free cup of milk? They're like, ew, no, get out of here. You can't even use our restroom. Not even going to give you some sink water. Anyways, one of the things that's been interesting and on my mind is how black British actors are playing black ghetto actors in American cinema. I find that really, it's like, I know it's not blackface, but it's kind of on the fringe, you know what I mean? And I think about how that would be with Asian people, and it just would just show that it's not right exactly, right? I just imagine like a British Chinese guy coming and he's like, I really want to fulfill the role of the character. I really want people to feel it and feel like I'm part of the culture. And they're like, okay, all right, let's take it from the top, action. Do you want the beef chow mein or the chicken chow mein? It's like, end scene. How was that? Was that all right? Right? Like, that shit would not fly. That's all I'm saying. All right, so rednecks, I find rednecks funny because they're always telling people to go home. And they'll be like, tell them to go home. That's right, those blacks, those Chinese and Japanese, and them indigenous. Ooh, those indigenous. Yep, we were here first. Well, actually, we stole it from them. We stole, but we did it fair and square. Fair and square. Well, by raping and killing them. Oh, shit. Hey, just tell them to go back home. Yeah, tell them to go home, which would be here. Shit. Okay, well, we'll just take their land and make it smaller and smaller. That's right, because they were savages. And it's okay for us to break our treaties and agreements, you know? Because they were savages. How untrustworthy can you be? Being all friendly and environmentally sound? Phew. Bunch of savages. I got one more. Okay. These are just like rambling on, I'm sorry. What I find to be interesting is rednecks going and seeing the first immigrants of America from back in time. And, these people who came from Britain, I don't think they were just like, oh, I came here because I want to grow crops and be free. Like, they were probably into some freaky shit. I don't know. Freedom is a big thing. It's like a kid coming to college and being in his apartment for the first time. He's like, woo, his dick's hanging out. He's making Hot Pockets naked. I don't know, doing some lewd shit. So I'm thinking of this redneck who sees his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather for the first time, and they're able to meet at this rally, right? And this guy, James, is like, yep, this is America, and this is what we stand for. And then his great-great-great-grandfather comes out. He's like, yes, this is America, and we are free like the brave turkey, as Franklin would say. Yes, I am your great descendant, James, Hamwell Quincy III, much obliged. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, much obliged, great-grandpappy. He's like, yeah, let me help you with this rally real quick. Yes, we are from America, and we are free. He's like, yeah, that's right. That's right, we are. He's like, yes, we are not bound by taxation by the British. He's like, that's right. You tell him, grandpappy. Yes, we have no kings and queens. We uphold the Constitution. He's like, yeah. And then the great-great-grandfather's like, yes, and we can dance with men in the nude without fear of discrimination. And he's like, wait, what? He's like, yes, and we can have sex with them and fillet them because we are free. He's like, oh, okay, give me that mic back. He's like, come, James, let's have intergenerational incest. It's quite a novelty in my day. And he's like, oh, shit, I got to get out of here. All right, and speaking of which, I got to get out of here. It's jiu-jitsu time. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. At Sean.Kubota _ but yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right. Knock 'em dead. Wow, I took a jiu-jitsu class. I was terrible. That was absolutely horrible. Oh, I thought that was a piece of your jiu-jitsu equipment. And that jacket is, right?
Yep.
You know what made me get 100 push-ups? I saw Roach. You're not allowed to react. You can't act like that in a jiu-jitsu class. My sensei, I'm thinking Sensei Emilio all of a sudden, but I'm talking, Sensei was just like, you can't do that. And it scared me, and then he made me do push-ups, and you had to be there for that. Because that's the very mat you killed the roach on, and you want me to do a push-up on it. Like, Oh, it wasn't for me. Just get a gun. At that point, like, I can't protect myself. And I said to my girlfriend, who was my friend, you ready? I'm just trying to wait for you a little bit. You ready? You gonna walk out? Okay, thank you. There you go. Cheers. Be careful. Watch that baby toe. You'll need a tow truck. Give it up one more time for Mr. Kubota. There you go. Seeing the beat goes on, you guys really looked at me like we knew you didn't take a jujitsu class. No, I did. And I'm as guilty as that woman from Harvard, okay? Whatever her name is. Guys, if you're in college, stop cheating now. Like, put it this way. Everybody, like, they're never going to know I took this line. They're never going to know I took this line. I'm so stupid. I tell the teacher that he's a racist because my friend got an A and I got a C. We got everything from the same book. And he made me read my sentence out loud about my thesis. I, Sunda Kronquist, when I wrote my first volume in 1958, I wrote, how stupid can you, isn't that horrifying? To go before a board, it's like a tribunal, it's terrible, it's horrible. But anyway, come see, come sa, we're here with Sosa. Let's do it, Sosa!
I wasn't prepared. So I seen this funny news article, right? It was about this. It's about this drug dealer that got caught selling like drugs outside of a rehab center, which is like some super villain level shit. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking diabolical. Cause just imagine you spent like 9 months in rehab. You was smoking crack for 5 years. Fucking terrible. Smoking crack's bad, man. You ever smoke crack? Don't do it. My coworker smoked crack, and that nigga was weird as fuck. You know what I mean? So anyway, you smoking crack and shit, and then you smoking crack and shit, and then I'm fucking up right now. You're smoking crack and shit, and you walk outside. You know what I mean? You're finally out. You're free. You're like, man, 9 months, rehab. I'm finally clean. I haven't smoked crack in years. I'm ready to go. And you walk outside, and you take a right, and you just see some nigga sitting on the corner. You're like, I'm in such a good mood. I'm just going to shake his hand. How you doing, sir? And he turns around to you. You want some crack? Shit probably hits you. It's like, you know what I mean? The temptations are probably hella strong. You know what I mean? It's like the fucking devil's looking around your shoulder like, you want some crack? You gotta get it. You're like, oh, fuck. I would break. I would probably do the crack, honestly. Because, I don't know. I'm fucking weird. Okay. I left my joke book on the table. I don't need the joke book. We're free balling it now. Fuck this. And it's open mic comedy. What's a fucking... Oh, I know a joke I was going to tell, I think. So I was talking about wrestling earlier. So, I used to wrestle in fucking high school. And, that doesn't do a whole lot for yourself anyway. You know what I mean? Like, when you're wrestling in high school, like, I'm already kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're wrestling in high school, like, you're already kind of weird. Because wrestling is like, it's the gayest sport out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's the gayest sport. I know it's gay. You know what I mean? I used to be one of those dudes who didn't wear underwear when they're singlet and shit. Dick print showing out. I was one of those fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? Pretty gay. You know what I mean? Right? Anyway. So, and I'm doing all this wrestling and shit. And, like, my coach is mad weird. He's one of those, like, fucking weird, uppity teachers. Y'all remember high school, those weird, uppity teachers, like, whoa, hey, guys, how's it going? Welcome to my class. Like, calm down, all right? You're grown-ass man giggling with kids and shit, grown, you know what I mean? And he used to do weird shit. And, he made all these things come true when, I found out he went to jail for pedophilia, which, when that shit happens in the middle of the wrestling season, that throws the whole season on loop when the head coach goes to jail for bad. That first practice back in, I walked in the room looking at everyone like, did he touch you? Man, that's a bad joke, huh? Anyway, it would make like other situations with him weird. Like I remember, like I would like after like a long day of condition, I'd be like, yo, Coach Cronin, like, can you give me a ride home from school? You know what I mean? Like I don't fucking want to walk home. And he'll be like, I can't, so they're watching me. And I'll be like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, they're fucking watching you. That don't make no goddamn sense, bro. What the hell? Shit's crazy. Anyway, what else I got? I was talking about this shit earlier, honestly, so. In my family, I got like this head auntie, right? Everyone knows aunties are weird. I got this head aunt, I'm just call her Aunt Betty, because if I say her real name, y'all might know who she is. She's just infamous in L.A., you know what I mean? She's an infamous lady, because she's like a black cow herder. She has like 17 cousins all living in one house. You know what I mean? It's a lot. 17 niggas in one house is just too many. You know what I mean? only tomfoolery can follow shit like that. You know what I mean? So fucking, you know what I mean? So, and I remember I'm over there one day, and I'm like, I gotta be like 10 years old. I'm over there, and I'm like, I'm one of the outsiders. You know what I mean? There's niggas who live at the house all the time, 24/7, and then there's the outsiders who get treated a little different. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when there's no outsiders in that bitch, it's not fun. It's like a hellhole. But when I'm there, it's kind of nice. You know what I mean? They got to show face, I guess. And only other cousin I got there with me is my big cousin, Kyrie. He got to be like 24. Kyrie's like a little insane. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. He's like one of those like kind of unhinged big dudes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he's a big, intimidating, light-skinned dude. Be like, you're like, fuck is wrong with you, Kyrie? Like, calm down. You know what I mean? And he was being weird to everybody there. He was fucking with everybody. He was being like a weirdo. But he was cool with me. He was like, you're my man, so let's roll. And he would like, and I learned some lore today. Do you know what I mean? That like he used to be like the favorite and shit. I don't know. This is some bullshit I didn't hear about, right? But he used to do this goofy shit because like at the, you know, it was like it's a hierarchy at my auntie's house. You know what I mean? You had her natural born kids. You know what I mean? They got all they was like all the snacks. You know what I mean? All the fucking honey buns and shit. And then you had the fucking foster kids, the cousins. Them hounds. Them niggas had to get the scraps. You feel me? They wasn't getting everything else. I'm making this shit sound bad. This is what it was. I'm not joking. So Kyrie, you know, he would lock himself in the fucking pantry. He would walk into the pantry, he'd be like, I'm gonna eat all of Zaire's food. And he locks up in the pantry, start eating this shit, and all the little cousins be like, you can't do that, Kyrie! Get out the pantry! He's fucking, I'm like, what the fuck? The whole time I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is, I damn near grew up in a single mother household. I wasn't used to this kind of shit, you know what I mean? I'm used to quietness and, you know, being able to make a sandwich or the fuck I want, and I don't have to fight someone over said sandwich, you know what I mean? I wasn't used to those kind of situations. Them niggas lived in a different world, and all this shit took place in the fucking desert, which is even weirder. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's like Santa Clarita, so it's surrounded by a bunch of white people. So it'd be like the most ignorant shit known to man going on inside his house. And you walk outside and be like an old white man, and it's like, hi, how you doing, Dave? How you like the neighbors? Oh, I think they're good kids. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, man, that's funny, man. Oh, fuck, and I just remembered a joke I need to do. Because, fucking, I'm supposed to be getting prepared for something big, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, so I had this trans auntie, you know what I mean? Just transracial. I do have a trans auntie. I do have a lot of, like, trans. That's not the point. The point is I got the trans auntie in my fucking family, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got the trans auntie in my family, you know what I mean? And she's fucking, she's like, you know, I always thought she was Indian. Ever since I was like a little kid, I just assumed she was Indian because she would wear the Indian clothes and had a little dot on her head and shit, you know what I mean? And, you know, I always assumed, because I have like Indian people in my family. I have like, you know, I come from a light-skinned family, like light-skinned black people, mixed black people, which, you know, I don't know if you've ever been around some light-skinned black people. They're kind of bougie, but my family was like bougie and ignorant at the same time. But it was one of those weird situations where like it got ignorant at the family event, you know what I mean? Now this was some big shit that happened to me when I was like 8 years old. I swear to God, I was sitting there at my auntie's house, you know what I mean, having a good time in my life. And all I hear is cars pull up. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh my God. It's the dark skins, because see, the dark skins of my family are separated from the light skins, you know what I mean? They're like the evil side. They fucking appeared because, you know, they got to fight. I don't know what the fuck they was fighting about. They stormed the house. They start all fighting. Now, mind you, my family's like 95% women. So it's all black women in fight. Light skins on one side, dark skins on the other. They're all fighting inside the house. They, bitch. I'm like, oh shit. I see my Indian auntie Tawana. I just said her real name. Anyway, I see my Indian, you know, y'all not nobody anyway. I see my auntie Tawana, right? You know what I mean? And she got a little dot on her head, you know, Indian clothes and shit. And, you know, she has a superpower like how Clark Kent, you know, you cut the glasses off, become Superman. She rubbed a fucking dot off her head, and she became she was like, motherfucker, bing, 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 bing. I was like, oh shit, what the? I was amazed. I didn't realize that kind of power existed yet. You know what I mean? I didn't learn that shit until very later in life. Oh fuck, back in high school actually, because back in high school. Okay, I got like 2 more minutes. Okay, yeah, this last joint. Back in high school, you know, when I first moved to Vegas, it was under terrible circumstances. You know what I mean? Like I was pretty much like I was homeless for like a month out of Arizona. You know what I mean? It was bad. So. And my mom, she was one of those moms that I didn't get the time to stay at home. She would just send me to school immediately. So as like a week we moved to Vegas, like fucking sleeping at someone else's house. I gotta go to school. And it's like 2 weeks before December. And I'm angry as fuck. I show up and I'm playing basketball in PE with all these white kids. I'm in the suburbs, right? You know what I mean? And one of these white kids, he's looking at me. And he's like, fucking. He starts trash talking me. He calls me Curious George the monkey.
Oh.
Now this shit triggered me. You know what I mean? I ain't never got triggered before. I said, whoa, and I checked him. I said, hey, don't call me that, man. And he was like, okay. And the next play, Curious George the monkey. When I get the ball, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I turned to my black friend. I go, hey, I'm about to whoop this nigga's ass. You know what I mean? It actually wasn't my friend yet. He was never my friend. Now I think about it, cause so then, you know, I get the ball, and I kind of do, you know, I play street ball. I just threw the ball kind of hard at him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you do in street ball, you bam. And he, you know, hits him in the chest. And he's like, okay. And he slings that shit in my face. Boom. Hits me right in the fucking nose. All the rage fills my body. You know, all the pain I felt having to be homeless for like a month. Because, you know what I mean? I got hot. So I squared up my stance. I said, all right, fuck, nigga, let's go. You know what I mean? I squared up with him. You know what I mean? And this is how I know I should. Now, I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? I trained kickboxing for a couple years. So I know how to fight. And I knew he didn't know how to fight because he did this shit to me. He just went and started walking straight up to me like this. And I was like, man, this little nigga don't know what's coming to him. And, you know, and everyone at this point thought I was like a little weird, quiet kid. Because, you know, I don't sound like I'm like ignorant. But you get me mad, I start talking like a nigga from Crenshaw, you know what I mean? I start being like, man, fuck out of here, cuz. What's up, nigga? What's up, big? You mark-ass nigga. Bah, bah, bah. I'm hitting him with 1-2s and shit. I'm fucking him up. I get a sudden rush of adrenaline, and I throw up on him. You know what I mean? And after I threw up on him, that really stopped anyone from fucking with me in school. Anyway, that's my time. I've been Sosanite. Catch me at Sosanite.
Little clearer. Where you they can find you?
Oh, at Sosanite.
At So Tonight.
Sosanite.
So Tonight. N-I-T-E?
No, Sosa.
Sosa Tonight.
Yeah, no, Sosanite.
Sosa Night. So, guys, it's Sosa Night. Oh, Sosa Night. Late December. That's when you did puke. That's not the way you could prepare for this next comedian. That's for sure. That works every time, though, right? Every time that works. But I'm going to tell you this. If you get drunk and you're working, remember, you say to the owner, there was something in this food, and I have food poisoning, and I'm not going to tell anybody, and you don't tell anybody. That's how you get out of being drunk. All right, so that's just your lesson for today. That's scary, I told you. They came all the way from Italy. Hey, ciao, Bella. Just say hi to me if somebody here from Italy. Really, that's great. It's so great. I'm not going to talk to an Italian. Everybody will be impressed here, and they're going to be like, no. It's like when the Sopranos went to Italy. They look like stunads. You can't do it. My father would say chooch, but don't say titsune. That's not fishy, nothing. All right, but anyway, listen. We're very international here at the LA School of Comedy. Very international. But before that, I just want to say that women rule. Women really rule. They rock, they roll, they create. And we don't have enough of them in this room. And I'm going to bring up the woman that makes this room possible in my absence of surgeries and dental appointments in life. Let's give it up for the one and only Samantha Linderman.
How's everybody doing? Hi. That's how I want people to bring me up. Be like an absence of mine, and then start naming that stuff. Give it up for Sunda. She is going through it, but she is also killing it. We all are. I'm really happy my friends came here tonight, you guys. Isn't that really sweet? Ooh. Which one? Okay, I'll tell them. Okay, whatever. One time I brought somebody here, right? And I used to be bald by choice. Nobody ever asked to shave their head in solidarity for mental health, you know, but I wish they did. You know, I kind of did that with it. But not many people offer, but I did it, and you didn't even ask, and I shaved my head after you did. No, but I used to work at the mall. I used to work for a really important American corporation, one that I don't really feel comfortable sharing because I care about my career, and I know I'm gonna go. I worked at Bath and Body Works, and I never really quit, but I just wanted to see how they would feel if I was gonna. Can you tell I'm single? No. I tried all my toxic relationship beliefs onto Bath and Body Works. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking of leaving. I mean, if there's anything you guys want to say or a key you want me to hold, different color apron you want me to put on. But I would meet people at the mall all day because I was a greeter. Yeah, laugh. No, yeah, laugh. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's so funny that my job could be replaced by a cardboard cutout of me, right? With like a motion sensor. I'm like, hello, how are you doing? That's not how I talk. Well, I guess now you guys know how I talk, but imagine me but in an apron at work. One time somebody saw me at this mic a few times, and then they saw me at work and they said, you look so different during the day. And I was like, not everybody can be a male model. But I could, no. One time, anyways, no, I'm not going to tell that joke. What was I going to say? No, so I'm at the mall. Oh, yeah. So I meet a lot of people, right? And I met somebody and I was like, yeah, I'm going to a comedy open mic. You should come, right? It's just like the more, the merrier. They end up bringing their dog. Their car is covered in acai bowl. Not from right then, you know, like basically their car has a stain from an acai bowl, and then they had something on their hands, so they just wiped it on their car anyway, kind of thing. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever been in that situation where you think somebody, you're like, no, they're just cool, like whatever, we're young. We both have tattoos, like we both are bald, like you know what I mean, but only one of you still, but you know, I'm like, it's okay. It's like you're named after a plant. I could have been, you know, like it's like whatever. But then Sunda was like, so is that your friend? And I was like, fine. I met her at 4:30. fine. It's 6:30. And I met somebody at 4:30. Is that what you want me to say? No, but these are my friends from a long time, so give it up for that. They are not from 4:30. We met when we were little. We went to sleepaway camp together. No, you don't have to clap for that. You're probably really jealous. It was a super fun time. We were in a small town in California, but it felt like another country. Did you guys see the movie Easy A?
Yes.
Thank you. Give it up for Justin Sunset, you guys. Okay, I'll talk about sleepaway camp. Basically, the way that I learned that my nipples were big was only from Alexa. And if she had not, it's like how could I have known had she not pointed, showed and tell. I showed and she told. You know, it's like I discovered, like, you know, it's like, why is your big toe so big? Somebody said to me. It's like, why is your second toe bigger than your big toe, you bitch toe? You know, like, I don't understand. We're just playing cards. we're all wearing sandals. Okay, you know, mine are plastic, yours are leather, but we don't need to get into a fight over it. You know, there was a pool. It's always hard when you're young and you know, you have to swim. Not just the nipple thing, but all of it. You know, there's a swim test, and everybody has to take the swim test, and that was always crazy. It's like I treaded water for 45 seconds. I was like, I'm alive. I remember we were doing a musical. We would do a Hebrew version of a musical. We were doing Mamma Mia. I thought I killed. Apparently they pulled us. Somebody told somebody that it was one of the worst ones they ever had. But I'm like, that's crazy because your son was in it. Your son was in it. Wearing a jersey and everything. You know, we didn't do that musical so well. But come in, please. Come on in. Welcome. I can see you. Okay, but so we're at camp, right? My toes are out and the nipples. No. But yeah, we had Color Wars, which was a really big deal. And I was the MC of Color Wars. The boy, we had to write an essay about why we wanted to be MC at Color Wars. And he was like, my uncle used to be the coach here, right? And he was like sexy as hell, so he got it. And I wrote this whole little thing, and I was like, please, oh please, if I could do one thing, if only this thing. And they're like, fine, you can do it. One time somebody saw us next to each other and said, you guys look alike, and I got so mad. I was like, why the fuck would you say that, dude? Eli, no. Just the craziest people. But yeah, so we had the musical, and I had all the words down on a plate, and I was holding it. It was just so much fun. We did this thing where we would, they would stop by we'd go on a really big outing every year. The longer you stay, like a camping trip. You tell I'm from LA. I said outing. It's like a tent. So we get a tent, you know, like eggs and stuff like that. We ran out of food once, and if you're picking up the clues, it's a Jewish sleepaway camp, and you know when Jewish people run out of food, it's you can feel it, you know. And I remember the head of the camp. He came with, I swear to God, 1 box of strawberries and a song, and he was like, "We're gonna make this happen." I'll end on this honestly, just to put you guys, you know, out of here. But I had a character I developed there. I didn't realize it. My first name's Samantha, my last name's Slenderman. So there's a Slenderman movies. They call me Slenderman, right? But I was like, what am I a nice slender woman? So I created this persona. I was in the tent. We called ourselves Jew Crew, right? But they made sweatshirts during the year and they forgot to tell me. So I'm like in a tent, we're taking 10 pictures. Everybody has says Jew Crew, and I'm like, SpongeBob. And I'm like, that's crazy that you guys totally forgot about that. Oh, the musical. There was a girl who had armpit hair. She was so cool. She was a gymnast. She was awesome. She would read her Nook everywhere. No Kindle, just a Nook all the time. The cool kids of the Jew Crew got together, held her down, and shaved her armpits in the name of the Hebrew Mamma Mia. And I've been to group therapy, and I haven't seen anything like that. You know what I mean? Mostly because they don't let you shave in group therapy. No, I'm kidding. Okay, give it up for yourselves. I'm so happy to be here tonight. I'm ecstatic, elated. And give it up for your host, Unicron Cruz. I will say, okay, we have a show this weekend on Sunday at 291 South Los Angeles Boulevard. That's right, Beverly Hills, 90211. This city, now, us, the future. LA School of Comedy and 360 Studios. We're going to have comics that you know and comics that you're going to be excited that you know now, and you could say that you knew then, now, when. Yeah. So, give it up for yourselves. See you Sunday. And give it up for Sunda Krungwitz. You're lucky to see her.
Oh, did you say Pat's here? I said lucky to see her. I'm thinking of Pat's here. You know, Pat's here. My husband has a Brooklyn accent, so I don't know what he's ordering. Until I heard her order the same thing, and I was like, that's Pat's you. There's more chairs, believe me. 1, 2, 1, 2, there's 2 in there. Right there. See, now there's that. Every time I do something, the opposite happens. I straightened my hair, we have rain. I get rid of the chairs, the place is packed. But that's good. We just want to make sure we're all sitting, and we're good, and we're going to do it. And we're going to cook with the comedy of the one and only Luke Smith. Let's bring him up here. Where is he, Luke Smith? Where are you? You finally made it, darling. Yes. Thank you. So happy.
I got the notepad, I got the iPad, I got all the pads. I got Maxi Pad under here, you just can't see it. What was the name of the gentleman who was doing the British accent earlier? Who was he? Sean. He does the British accent the way everyone in this country does the British accent. They all go up about 3 octaves. You know, oh, yeah. Hello there. Like Dick Van Dyke had his nuts cut off, you know. Oh, jeez. Yeah. It's funny, when people back home find out I spend a lot of time in the States, the first question they always ask is, does the accent mean all the women want to fuck you? And I tell them, yeah. And the answer is no. But I tell them, yeah. And that's what we believe in Britain. We think we're all stepping off the plane in the arrivals lounge, like, you know, just thinking we're going to get a dick sucked instantly. Because what's up? It's like, here's a limey, and then just nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people I feel bad for are the Scousers. Do you guys know what Scousers are? You do, Patty. Anybody know? It's people from Liverpool, the Scousers. Scousers are brilliant. Very, 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 very warm people. But I think their accent's probably a little bit difficult for Americans to deal with, because you guys all seem to think that people from Liverpool all sound like the Beatles. Like this very nice, soft Beatles accent, this Liverpool way of talking. But the actual accent's not at all. It's like this. It's great, innit? All these K sounds are guttural in the back of the throat. Like a Frenchman choking on the idea of bravery. Well, stepping off the plane, hitting on America, and you're right, sweetheart. You fancy a foch? Doesn't really get very far. It's funny, I'm dating an American woman, and you'd be surprised the amount of difficulty in communication with someone who speaks the same language as you. It can really trip you up. I'll give you an example. We were having dinner the other night, and I meant to say, "This is delicious. Why has it been so long since we've had duck?" But what I said was, "Why is your mother such a difficult bitch?" So yeah. It's better than European women. You know, it's the I hate to say it, it's a cliche, but European women, they don't tend to groom as much as American women do. 9 times out of 10, if you go down on a European woman, you'll get a bit of a surprise because it looks like somebody else is already down there. But I am British, and of course, being British, that means my ethnic background is anxiety. And anxiety spoils all the nice things. For example, if I'm going to go on vacation, and vacations are expensive, so I just wind myself up because I'm always thinking, oh, I've got to enjoy this vacation to justify the cost. I've got to enjoy this vacation to justify the cost. And all that means is that me going on vacation is pretty much the same as me paying for an expensive prostitute. I try to relax and enjoy the experience, but I just spend the whole time thinking the money should have gone towards a new kitchen. We gotta. Even I don't think my therapist likes me. He told me I have borderline personality disorder. I said, "Oh, so you think I'm crazy?" He said, "No, I don't think you quite have a personality." So I get worried when I talk to people because what I want is I want my conversation, the things I say, to be socially acceptable, but not boring. Socially acceptable, but not boring, and that's a difficult Venn diagram to get right, to get that overlap. If you can pull it off, the impression you give is that you're a good conversationalist. But when I try it, I just kind of come across as Epstein's life coach. It doesn't quite gel the same way. Yes. Empathy. It's about anxiety and empathy. Empathy is important, don't we agree? Yeah, empathy's important. Have you ever had that thing where you're talking to somebody you love and they're sharing with you something that's deeply painful, some sort of soul hurt pain, and you don't give a fuck? It's not your fault. Empathy is very difficult these days, and in the current climate, everyone's got their own stuff going on, and empathy, trying to keep someone's empathy, is like trying to keep a middle-aged man's dick hard. It's possible, but you've got to keep things interesting, you know? It's funny, empathy can be tricky, though, as well. When I was in my 20s, one of my neighbours, we've moved into a new street, and one of my neighbours, his wife unexpectedly died. And I'd only met this guy a handful of times, but the word went round, and I took round like a care package with just some easy cooked, food I'd bought just to help him out. And I saw him about a week later, and obviously his wife's just died, so you could see he was struggling. But he said, "Oh look, thanks a lot for the care package." And I said, "Yeah, no problem. I'm like, how you doing?" And he suddenly couldn't speak, and he was a bit overcome. And I just saw it, and I had this moment of empathy. And it was a big guy, big working class guy, doesn't really share his feelings. But I put my arms around him and just give him a hug. And he hugged me back. And he said in my ear, "I wanted to fuck you ever since you moved in." Empathy's tricky. But men listening to other men is very, very important. In the UK, 2/3 of suicides are men. And I think the reason for that is because men are good at listening to other men as long as it's within certain parameters. So we know what to deal with within certain parameters. So, for example, if another man says like, "Oh, you know, my wife's just died," like, "Oh shit, man, I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do, you just let me know, okay?" Or if they say something like, "Oh, you know, my wife's just left me," that bitch. You know, I'm gonna get some beers. I'm gonna come round. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna sort it all out. But if they says something like, "I'm having suicidal thoughts and I'm confused about my gender," we go, "Oh, yeah, good luck with that, man." Because the media nowadays talks a lot about how it's very important to talk about mental health, you know, and how it's good to share it. Like, for example, but I'm getting ahead of myself, they only want you to talk about mental health issues that it's okay to talk about. Okay, so you can say like, "Oh, I'm struggling with depression. I'm struggling with, you know, suicidal thoughts," and they'll say, "Oh, that's brave. That's brave of you to say that." But if you say, "I'm struggling with not murdering everyone in this Uber," then you're oversharing. That's okay. How long have we got? No, okay. Okay, so this is what I'm working on. You know you're getting older when you look at a playlist of artists you've never heard of, but you can tell by their names they're not for you. There was a new album by, everyone heard of Lyrical Lemonade? Anyone heard of this? You heard of Lyrical Lemonade? Their new album came up in my recommendations, and the list of featuring artists had not one, not two, but 4 artists whose names had the prefix Lil. Right? And I had to run them down. Lil Yachty, Lil Tracy, Lil Tecca, and Lil Durk. What the fuck are we feeding our kids? I gotta go. So I'm working on that one. I got some more. I think I'm about done here. Okay. I'll finish with this. I don't know if this is something, but you heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes.
You know the Mandela effect? Okay. Basically, the Mandela effect is a concept first coined by paranormal researcher Fiona Broome, who said she had vivid memories of Nelson Mandela dying in prison. Okay? However, as many of you will know, Nelson Mandela didn't die in prison. He left prison and went on to become president of South Africa. Now, the thing is, she reported perhaps thousands of other people that also remembered vividly Nelson Mandela dying in prison. Now, that's amazing. Does that mean that that is evidence of people experiencing parallel realities? Or did they just maybe remember it wrong? Guess which one Fiona Broome went for? Right? Imagine how fucking arrogant do you have to be where you're not wrong, you're from a parallel universe where you're right. Imagine being Fiona Broome's husband. No, I can't either. That marriage wouldn't last 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm working on that. Okay, yeah. I'll leave it there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Cheers. I'm not on it. I'm not on it. I'm doing socials. Yeah,
Why not?
I did, and then I came off, and then
You got on, you got off?
Yeah, I got on. Okay.
I'm going to Liverpool in a couple of weeks.
Oh, go check out new. No, see, don't check out new.
No, you know where I go? Laughter House. It's downstairs from the slaughterhouse.
Oh.
And you never thought that if you take the word off slaughter, the S off slaughter, it means laughter. That's the fun you'll get, and the intuitiveness when you see the comedy of Jason Sunset. If he got married to Lisa Sunset, she'd be Lisa Sunset. Did you know that? Well, come up here, Lisa. Justin!
Thank you so much, Sunda. Justin, I fondly remember that photo we took over there. You see? You know what I'm talking about? It's Justin Bieber in the photo. I love Sam. I love Sunda. I love LA School of Comedy. Seriously, this is my favorite. Y'all are my favorite.
Yeah.
That was not joking. Now I shall begin the clowning, though. Y'all, I have never slept with my wife. But that is because I am not married. I also have never cheated on my wife. Do you all love unicorns?
I do.
Heck yes. I am friends with the real life unicorns, y'all. The unicorns called me. I picked up. The unicorns was all, stop, Justin Sunset, you picked up. The unicorn all, do you want to go like walking around on Melrose? I said yes. Me and the unicorns were walking on Melrose, and we saw some beautiful ladies. The beautiful ladies were all, stop it, is that a unicorn? The unicorn was all, hey, beautiful ladies, honey bunny, cutie pie. I was super embarrassed. The ladies got scared. I was all, what are you doing? The unicorns was all, you know, talking to the beautiful ladies, Justin Sunset. I was all, please just talk normal. The unicorns was all, because I'm so happy that you are my wingman for meeting beautiful ladies. I was all, that is not what I'm doing. The unicorns was all, I will grant you a wish for doing that, Justin Sunset. I was all, stop it, will you? I wish for a book of how to talk to beautiful ladies. The unicorns was all, what? You don't need that, Justin Sunset. I was all, I hate to tell you this, Playboy Bunny. The book is for you. Unicorns. Come on. I live by the beach. Life by the beach is good. I went to the restaurants, you feel me? They had a sign, no shoes, no shirt, no service. Honestly, I did not go there to buy shoes or shirts. But I do expect like normal restaurant service. Also, why is the sign silent about food? Do you or do you not have food? The restaurant hostment person was all, no, Justin Sunset. We are near close to the beach, and people walk in here from the beach like basically naked. I was all, what? What are they doing on the beach? Are they making a porno? The hostman person was all, no, Justin Sunset, they are like sunbathing and swimming. I was all, why would you swim on the beach? Normal swimming is on the ocean. I had just been swimming on the ocean, and I climbed up the ladder to a little boat, and that shit did not even have no shoes, no shirt, no service sign on the boat. And that would have made it a lot more sense, because in that moment I had no shoes and I had no shirt. And from being in the water, my phones had no service. I was sitting then in the table of the restaurant, and the waiter was all, stop, Justin Sunset, you are here. May I help you with something? I was all, in theory, meant you could, but I don't think that is allowed here because it said no service on the sign. The waitman person was all, what? And then they looked at the phone and they were all 5 bars, full service. I was all, oh, okay. So even though it is forbidden here, you could order food for me on your phone. I love restaurants. I met a beautiful lady at a restaurant. Her name is Holly. Her last name is Wood. Green flag. I was all, thank you, Holly, for talking to me because I don't know how to online dating. She was all, what? You don't know how to use the dating app? I was all, dating app. I thought you meant dating apple. I went to the fruit section and I got an apple and I took a bite of the apple like Snow White and I was all, apple, apple on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? The apple was all, duh, Justin Sunset. I was all, apple, get me a date. The apple was all, no problem, honey bunny. The apple went back to the fruitman section and got a box of dates. Do not ask for one fruit or vegetables to get you dates because they will misunderstand what you mean. That shit did not work. Holly was all, no, dummy bunny. Not apple like on the fruit. Apple on your computer. I mean, app on your computer. I was confused by what she said, so I called Apple Computers. Hey, I know Steve Jobs don't work there no more, but can you all get me a date? That shit did not work. Holly was all, no, honey dummy, not on your computer, on your phone. I was all, oh, on your phone. But you don't mind if I do like texting and messaging to ladies on your phone? She was all, no, on your phone. I was all, on my phone is only this protective case. And that shit did not even protect my phone at all. I don't think that can get me a date. Holly was all, you don't need those online women. You met me now. How many minutes do I have? Two, okay. So Holly was all, you met me now. I am a real lady. Justin Sunset, I want to be your fiance. I was all, stop it. I love it. Show me the money. She was all, what? Oh, no, you thought fiance meant financier? It doesn't. It means something else. I was all, oh. She was all, Justin Sunset, I want you to invite me on a date. I was all, really? I think that is fitting to be mad awkward, though. She was all, no, Justin Sunset, forget about it. I know how to make it lit. Invite me on the date. I was all, okay. But when she got there, it was super awkward, though, because duh, she had requested that I would be on a date. So I was like on a date, and she was now the third wheel. I'm Justin Sunset. I love y'all. Justin.sunset on Insta. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Thank you.
We love you, Justin. We love you. Yeah, come on, get that energy up. Take your Addy. We're in the house. Let's have some fun with Patty. Where's Patty? Come on, let's get up here. Let's do this.
Damn it. You're a subdued fucking group tonight. Is this the Xanax crowd? Is that what happened? Would you? Fuck. We had Justin Sunset here. Give it up for fucking Justin Sunset. God.
Justin, you kind of look like you're a strip mall karate instructor of some sort. Like Justin Sunset. Your act is about 23% Justin Sunset. Just Justin Sunset. And I suspect that's not your real name. It sounds like maybe a porn name because it's got the street that you were raised on in your middle name. But give it up for him. He's one. Do you know the story behind his seclusion? This is, you guys are going to love this because while you're here, anything can fucking happen. Right? Am I right, my Englishman? Give it up. Give it up. We've got both sides of Europe here. The English don't consider the Italian white. They call them Mediterraneans. Oh, they're hot-blooded, you know, the Mediterraneans. The fucking Mediterraneans. Oh. Anyway, tell your cousin I'm going to pay that fucking money on time. I'm sorry. But don't send you here. It's hard to be funny because you're pretty, you have that look about you. You've killed people, have you not? A couple. Yeah, it's a couple. You tell the truth. Tell the truth. Italians, boy. I'll tell you what, I'm happy to be here. Justin Sunset was not here for literally 6 months because of all the people that come to this class. He had a stalker. Have a look at him. Have a look at him. You look like you were excommunicated from the Amish. And you just decided to keep that fucking beard for some reason. I don't know. I'm glad we have this.
That's where I've been.
Enough. Enough. This is the part where I talk. And you just shut the fuck up. I'm glad the Swifties are represented here tonight. Thank God put it together for this. We don't get the Swiftie demographic in here so much. But of all the people, have a look around in this class. He has a fucking stalker. This fucking guy. Now look at Sam. She's beautiful. Totally fucking. Am I right? Give it up for Sam. Give it up for her, yo. I mean, I don't have the stalker's instinct, but if I was gonna stalk, I'm stalking Sam. I'm sorry. Am I right, Swifties? Am I right? God damn it. Now, a little bit earlier here tonight, there was somebody talking shit about crack. Okay? First of all, I don't like people talking shit about crack. First of all, yes, I was selling crack in front of the rehab. That was me. But I was in rehab at the time. So it makes it okay. But crack, fuck, fentanyl makes me nostalgic for fucking crack. Bring back the fucking crack. Bring it back. Fucking had a ball on the goddamn crack. You ever clap if you've smoked some crack? Come on. Come on, be honest. Crack's a lot like white people. You know, it was more popular years ago. But it's fun every once in a while. I mean, who here hasn't had fun with a white person by a round of applause? Come on. Nobody? Nobody here? Even the white folks haven't had fun with the fucking white folks. I was on my way over here tonight, and I live in a neighborhood where parking is sparse. And I had such a good parking spot that I Ubered over. You ever have such a good fucking parking spot that you just debate whether to go out or fucking out? It's fucking nice. I can see my car from the fucking window. This is fucking too good. So I Ubered on over. But parking, my sex life is a lot, you know, like finding a parking spot in Koreatown. You know, it rarely happens, and it's usually just easier if I pay for it. So, well, that was a jokey joke. That didn't work at all. I'm just going to fucking yell at you. Is what I'm going to do. My wife and it's hard to, I've been married for 31 years. Don't clap. Don't clap. It's all, don't. It's all her. It's all her. But we're not sleeping in the same bed, and I'm going to tell you why. She has an iPhone and an iPad that all the alerts are on all the time. And bing, bang, boom, it's like sleeping next to a fucking slot machine. And here's the thing. My wife is an amazing woman. She can tweagle. You know what tweagling it is? It's twerking and kegeling simultaneously. Twerking, that's a fucking pretty... you know what I'm talking about, a kegel? Some of you are doing it right now. Come on, Swifties. Come on, Swifties. You got to keep that pelvic floor strong, am I right? Keep it strong, right? You got to work it out. I'm kegeling myself a little bit too now, right now. You don't want the floor to get like, you know, my Aunt Erlene's single-wide trailer. You know, it's kind of uneven, and there's plywood over some of the portions. All right, enough of the kegel. You know what I like? Protest twerking. You ever see the protest twerkers? Those ladies that jump on top of the police car and they booty slap right in the face of authority? Fuck Che Guevara. That's a sexy revolutionary right there. You ever see sometimes they'll jump up on the counter at KFC and protest the fact that the honey biscuit sauce is 25 cents more, and they just, fuck you, and they fucking protest twerk at the clerk? No, not you. Not you. I'm trying to ask you if you're familiar with protest twerking. Never heard of protest twerking? Yeah, they get mad because they're charging for the condiments, and then they get up, fuck your condiments, and then just twerk towards, fuck your condiments. The Swifties know what I'm talking about. Somebody mentioned Epstein earlier. Who was it? Epstein? Epstein, right, my Englishman here. You know, I'm going to tell you something about Epstein. First of all, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But I have 4 daughters, okay? And my neighbor told me, he said, you know, Epstein had sex with 3 16-year-old girls every day. Every day, and he didn't like condoms. I'm thinking to myself, you know, can you imagine, because if my 15-year-old daughter came home and instead of saying she was pregnant, you know, by the fucking loser who works at McDonald's with a neck tattoo, that she was knocked up by a billionaire. God damn it, go wake your sister up. God damn it! Look at the fucking bright side. It's not so bad. I'm trying to say. Gee whiz. You know, the truth is, you know, single men die sooner than married men, but married men are more willing. By a round of applause, who's married here? Anybody married? God damn it, one of them. Okay, anybody in love? Okay, good. You snapped again. Very good. Okay, how many of you, and this is my favorite category, are just fucking? You're married. I hope you're. Just fucking. Give it up for this guy. Just fucking. Someone's got to do it. And look, while we're at, give it up for the LGBTQIA community. We support them. Give it up for them. And while you're clapping, give it up for the H's too, because without the heterosexuals, none of those other letters would fucking exist. Where will the LGBTQs of the future come from if the heterosexuals stop doing what they're doing? Well, you know. And you guys got to buy into this fucking Ponzi scheme of a country we live in, okay? I've produced, I have 3 beautiful children that will be paying taxes into this multi-level marketing. Actually, I have five children, but 2 of them fucking annoy me. Yeah. I have a son, Mandrake, and he calls me by my first name, which I think is revenge for my naming him Mandrake. A little bit. And Mandrake lives an alternative lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Which is fine, you know, because this is give him a round of applause, support him, you guys. I don't know if I'm happy with you. Yeah. You guys have been very mediocre thus far. I mean that sincerely, the whole fucking group of you. God damn it. He lives an alternative lifestyle, whether you fucking guys approve of it or not. Which is fine, because we should be able to love who we want to love, right? We should be able to be the person we truly are. And if that's the person he truly is, I say jolly good, right? Because I hate to think he just started sucking cock out of spite.
Oh my God.
Could be worse. He could be a fucking vegan. Fuck, you don't know any of these people? First of all, I support veganism. It's great. It's the vegans that fucking annoy me. You know, they're like little dietary Jehovah Witnesses. You know the hardest thing for a vegan to do is just keep it to their fucking self. We don't need to hear about it. I'm saving the world. Fuck you. Just kind of arrogant. I don't know what to do with you guys this evening. I really don't. I mean, I recently was told that I look like a slightly less masculine Sinead O'Connor. I got a laugh out of Justin Sunset. I like that. I got a laugh out of Justin Sunset. Hi, Sam.
Hey.
How we doing? You guys doing okay here tonight? Is it doing okay? Yeah, I'm glad to have the man from England here, who arrived expecting blowjobs from American women. But, and I don't want to get into too much detail, chances are you wear a turtleneck instead of a helmet. Am I right? Boom. Yeah. None of you are curious as to what that means, so I'm not going to tell you. You guys, once again, have been very mediocre. And I think what I'm going to do is just going to go over in the corner and start to cry. But God bless you. My name is Patty, or as I go by now, Little Patty. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. I want you guys to come up here and get some of this. That'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. God fucking bless you. Hi, Patty. Give it up for the one and only Sunda.
Oh, Patty. Patty, Addy. Pretty Patty. All All right. Well, I gotta tell you something. We've had fun, a lot of fun tonight, and we're not finished yet. But there's a lot of people that don't want to be, for whatever reason, they don't want to go on. We can keep going, rolling. We have Alan Weiss yet.
Oh yeah, Alan Weiss.
Right. No, he's a guest tonight. You gotta get my number though, right? All right. You gotta call me. ¿Cómo se llama? I forgot. Andre. Right. Okay. Forgive me.
Okay.
Right. That was embarrassing. Get anybody? No. I got everybody.
Just Alan.
It's just Alan Weiss and Albert, and that's it. So, before we close out the live, I just want to say that it's really been a pleasure being here, and that if you guys have any questions, if you want to take any...
No, she knows.
Who?
She knows. She's turning off the
I'm turning... He doesn't want to be on Instagram. He's got stalkers, too. They're coming after him from Chabad. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Ever since my hair's gotten straightened, though, there's been a lot of interest in Alan Weiss, and he shouldn't shut off IG, but that's just for me. Should think about it, by the way. Should really reconsider. I'm gonna cut it again when I get home. Oh my God. Look at me trying to wear two shoes. I'm supposed to be in a boot. That's what's so funny. I'm supposed to be in a boot, and I put it on, and I was like, I could do this. I can do this. And look, it's all wrinkled on top. I gotta have surgery. They're gonna break my toe again because they healed wrong. That was very, very. That was the first time I got emotion out of you. It's like real.
Sorry.
Aren't you sorry for it? Doesn't that suck? Doesn't it? That's what my cousin said about my teeth. My teeth are falling out. She goes, there's much worse going on in the world than just your teeth falling out. I go, well, and my toe. She's like, they call me Lynn. And she's like, Lynn, there's so much more going on in the world. And I'm just like, but I got to make money, right? Like, how y'all doing? See my thing? All right, so you had to be there. No. The front one came out. So I contact my dentist because I have to, and he says, tell the dentist to re-cement. You're the dentist in New York. Why are people re-cementing anything? Why do you charge $500 for a re-cement? You put it in. It came out. You should pay for it. I'm not allowed to say the name of the dentist because I might get sued, but his slogan is hashtag smiles change lives. And they do. And you do. Smiles change lives, and they changed my life. And now I whistle while I work, and I don't want to. And all kinds of things just happened. No, it was really embarrassing. I was about not just freak out. I hope not. Oh, please don't tell me I did something stupid like that. They did.
What?
Oh, I did it. Did I? No, it's really supposed to be two, right?
What?
I can't lose another button. You know what it is? When you get, does anybody do vintage clothes? Anybody?
Yeah.
Because you're too young. I do vintage clothes, and now I find myself on, like sentimental, like I'm buying back my old stuff. Like, that's crazy. Stupid. I got a baby secret doll. You pull a thing, and her lips go, let me tell you a secret. And that's so cool, right? And my husband's like, get that out of here. So I'm going to wrap up the night by saying, just a live night, by saying that you guys are fantastic, especially if you come over tomorrow night, 6:30 seating, 7 o'clock show. And the address is 231.
291.
Or 291.
South.
291 South La Cienega. She just wants me to lisp. South La Cienega Boulevard in Beverly Hills, 90211. And it's in the Penthouse. And it's a really nice place to go and see comedy. And you can literally see all over Beverly Hills, like 360 Beverly Hills. And I'm totally so unimpressed because I love New Jersey. And I just want to see a bunch of bodies being thrown in the falls and being, yo, Esposito, you got it on the rock. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. It was a joke. It was a joke. I never make Italian jokes when your Italians are here. But that's it. So I guess that we're going to take that off now for the IG and just let's just try to be don't get me flagged today, Albert. I'm just telling you, don't get me flagged today. And this one's no. You can leave the live feed on. He doesn't care about that. Alan's got a stalker on IG. Everybody has a different stalker. Okay.
Do you want it on YouTube too?
All right. Everybody's fine. Okay, good. Can I get you home, Samantha, after this?
I plans.
Oh, she has plans. She has plans. When you going back to Italy?
When?
Really? I got a great place for you to eat. Yeah, amazing. Up the street. It's called Pastina. He doesn't speak good English, so you'll get along.
Okay.
You got to go. I went with Samantha, and the guy doesn't remember that. He always talks to me in Italian, but like a real Italian, and I'm embarrassed because how do you explain dialect? You understand, right? Right. So I speak Italian, but it's dialect, so it means like I can't go to Italy.
Which dialect?
My father's Calabrese and Napolitan.
Calabrese.
Right. That's pazza. Right. So that's why I'm normal. And I never saw anything in a sausage factory. We had a sausage factory. We made salchicha. Amazing, right? Yeah, hot sausage. He made the hot one too. Yeah, and all of a sudden a toe is on the floor. You're like, I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna have to get a tow truck myself. Luke, you're not leaving yet, going back, right? All right, so make sure you call back. All right. It's like we have a bunch of foreigners here. It feels so good. You know why? I want to see how you guys react when I say foreigners. Because I want my own pronoun. I'm mixed. I want to see what pronoun you give me. Right? Jason, are we not getting respected? We're not getting respected. What's my pronoun? What's our pronoun? Hybrid? What is it? Right? What's our hybrid? We're mixed. Like, yo, we from a different crew. That's it. I'm like Sosa's auntie. He don't even know. Sosa don't know. That ain't even your auntie. That's your Tio. You're like, I'm getting out of here. So I'm going to bring Samantha up to finish this madhouse of events for you. Because I love her. And Jason, I love you, and I'll see you all on Sunday. It looks like I'm to see you guys on Sunday. I'm Kino. Let's do that. Yo, it's so beautiful. You know what that is?
Do you know who it is?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's his
No.
granddaughter.
No, Cinda, this says Knuff. It's
Oh,
from the
Knuff. I
it's
thought
from
it
the
was
Barbie
Theo.
movie, but no, it's like
Theo.
Enough but Ken. Barbie and Ken. I actually stole this from a man who wasn't Knuff. But that's what happens. You know, why are you wearing that sweatshirt so proud if you're not gonna rep it?
Right?
Okay, who's ready to wrap this night up? Let's keep laughing. Let's get big. Let's get funky. Give it up for the comedy. I love this guy, Alan Weiss. Get your stockable butt to the stage. We all know so many.
Hello. Okay.
Hey.
Bye. It's really Cinda just doesn't want to listen to me. In my comedy. I understand. So my name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. I don't want to shock you, but I'm an accountant. I'm also dyslexic. It's an issue because I might make a mistake. But don't worry, it's not fraud unless there's intent. I went to an economic forecast dinner last night, and the whole time I was just writing jokes because it was funny. They're all very bullish, so apparently the world's going to be really just invest, and they apparently are going to make a lot of money. But one guy was talking about the Mexican tequila crisis. I was like, what's that? Was that when a bar ran out of tequila and there was a crisis? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. I didn't know what it was. And it reminded me, there's these two guys who were sitting next to me. I'm Jewish, but these two guys were really Jewish sitting next to me. Like, they were really Jewish. They kept kosher. And it was interesting. They brought out their food in about 20 like wrappings of cellophane. But the guy so he was like, to be kosher, it's like, we got to protect this food so nothing can get in. But he had a drink that wasn't kosher. So I thought it was kind of funny that he was kosher, but not kosher when it comes to drinking. I'll figure that one out. I decided they were talking about investing and stuff, and these guys invest in everything. They invest in stocks, bonds, and even poop. But I realized they don't invest in everything. They don't invest in gangs. Like I invest 2% in the Bloods and 20% in the Crips, and that Korean gang had a bad quarter. This will be when I do the corporate gigs for the CFA Society. I'll get that later. I think it was funny is, what if Matthew McConaughey was an accountant? He'd be like, all right, he'd be like, yeah, all right, you know, Thing about annuities is, as I get older, they pay the same way. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And the best part of that joke is you learn something about annuities. What does that say? So a millennial. I'm a millennial, but I prefer to be called Generation Y. Like, why did they do this to me? No, okay. Or Generation Z, where they just sleep. Z's. Okay. Anyway, they were talking about this last night. I was just, bringing stuff up so you can enjoy the. They're talking about inflation, and inflation, the way they calculate it is they ask people on a census. They give company censuses, and they fill out the census. And I had to do that once, and the guy from the census came to me and says, okay, I need you to outline the product, and then every month put the prices of that product. And I was like, well, we're seasonal, so our product always changes. He says, don't worry, just make it up. So I just put the same thing every month. So I helped inflation, reduce it, help reduce inflation by doing that. It's silly. I don't even trust the CPI anymore now that once I filled that out, I was like, this is not real. Let's see. I didn't sleep really well this week. And this guy, earlier, he told me I should watch some porn. But I don't watch porn, but maybe that's the problem. I took a class on how to be an accountant. Okay. So I took a class on how to dress to be an accountant. That's what it says. That's what it says on the paper. I don't know why I wrote that down. It just says that. So I Valentine's Day is coming up in a couple weeks. That's cool. That's exciting. And I didn't start dating until I was 34. All my friends said you need a fancy car, you need a successful career, you need to learn, you need to learn how to cook. It's all lies. All lies. You still need to know how to date. When I lived with my parents, until I was 34 too. That's probably why I didn't date. And my friends like, you need to do online dating. When I lived there, this is a long time ago, but it didn't work for me. And apparently, it's all about the wording. Like I shouldn't have put, I sleep in a bunk bed with my brother. He's on the top, I'm on the bottom. It's kind of awkward because he's married. I went to my therapist and she said, you're on the spectrum. I was like, how do you know? She's like, you're a shoddy connection. To people. I don't connect to people. I don't connect. We could be talking for hours and I would never connect with you. It has nothing to do with you being from Italy. I had a subsidiary in Italy, and I talked to them all the time. Still didn't connect. No connection. I wouldn't connect with you either. It's just a thing because I'm on the spectrum. You just don't connect. It's sad. It's hard. It makes dating hard. They connect with your wallet though. It's kind of weird. No, not that one. Okay, I'll try something else now. Okay, still didn't connect. It's unbelievable. But like with Spectrum, I went to my therapist and she said you need to date more and go get out there. So I go to the beach, and when I see a pretty girl, I go up to her and I say, "You look gorgeous," and she usually goes, "Oh, thank you so much. You made my day." And their boyfriend will go, "What did you say?" And say, "I'm on Spectrum. Shoddy connection. You're breaking up." I hope. Here's my number. Call me later. No? Okay, no connection. I go to the gym, and I like how there's guys there who just try to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they just ripped, and they like have that vein in their neck, and I go, it's called muscle dysmorphia, right? They can't get bigger. So to help them out, I stand next to them to make them look bigger, except in the shower, because that would be embarrassing. I draw. I do art, and I draw my own porn. Because it's not only cheaper, but also I get a skill. I get to work on my talent, drawing. And I go to the gym. I go, and I don't go to the gym. I try. I think drawing is romantic until she tells you to put back on your pants. right? You know, and drawing's very tough. I did a life drawing class, and it is tough. You know, that's where you draw people in the nude, and boy, is it tough, especially at the gym. You're like, you're like, hold still, guy, man, hold still. And then he comes up to you and is like, well, I'm not that small. And you're like, it's called foreshortening. If you know art, that's what it's called. It's the perspective. It's called foreshortening because it looks shorter. Anyway, what else should we do? I didn't actually sleep well this week, so that's why I'm like I didn't have time to write anything. So I apologize doing all my old material, but I have to practice anyway, so I'm going to do it. I was in my boss's office. He's a CFO, and I was in his office, and the CEO comes in all pissed. He's like, "I'm freaking pissed," and he said, "If the board doesn't give me what I want, I'm going to quit." And he looks at my boss and he says, "You can come with me and work at one of my other companies." He was a billionaire. And then he looks at me, and then he left. I worked at a premium denim. I worked at a fashion company like Premium Denim, like really fancy denim. And my first day when I worked there, my boss came up to me and said, "You can't wear those here." So I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" So I took them off. Apparently she meant tomorrow. But I got promoted. We do sexual harassment training in class, and I would really wish my coworkers would stop practicing on me. I'm pretty sure they're practicing. I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure. They might. I don't know. Maybe they are. My boss likes to give me all the juicy gossip at work, and with a caveat, I can't tell anyone. You know how hard it is to sit across the table from someone and know they slept with everybody in the office, but you? It's hard, especially when they still won't sleep with you once you know. They don't connect. There was no connection. Still no connection. I'm trying. I've known you for years. No connection. It's sad. I try to be tough, you know, and so I decided I need some protection, and I decided to join a gang of accountants. We're the debits and they're the credits. And we go around and jump people. We go, "You just been reconciled." And then we write them off. As an accountant, people worry that I don't know how to date, and I don't. But I figure out ways to get about. Like if I get a girlfriend and I need to break up with her, I know what to do. I'll sit her down and say, "I can no longer consider you an asset, so I must write you off." That's how I'd break up with her. It'd be great. And you know why accountants don't never get divorced? It's because they always reconcile their differences. Okay, that's a little bit of accounting humor for you. You know, sometimes we just have to be, you know, a little bringing up the bar on the, you know, the nerdiness. But I am like the worst nerd ever. I mean, I've never read a comic book. I don't program HTML, and I've never played World of Warcraft. You got me. I've seen Star Wars, but I've never masturbated to it. But if I was to something, it would be to Microsoft Excel, because I just want to get a girl into my sheets. Okay, thank you very much. Alan Weiss. He's like, "I'm out." So it's that bad.
Say three things or something. Oh no, here.
Alan Weiss, come on.
Apparently the connection was so bad. We've just lost this guy right here. Give it up for you. Seriously. Great audience member. Bye. I was only staying because he was here. No. That's hilarious. Okay. You guys ready? Are you? Are you really? I can't hear you. What? Comedy? Live? Alive? Remember when this, 3 years ago, this would have been a freaking dream, you know? Even strangers. I don't know. That's like all of us on an island. It would probably take like 3-4 weeks, but we'd all get really close. Okay. I'm excited to see this guy. I miss him. Give it up for the comedy, the one and only Albert Linton, everybody.
Thank you, Sam. Keep it going for Sam. Samantha, I love you. I have loved Samantha from the first time I saw her, which was yesterday. And I have loved her ever since. And I will love her forevermore. Give it up for yourselves, too. And fuck you, by the way. Fuck each and every one of you. Fuck you on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday again. Fuck you all over again. I love you. I'm so glad to be here. Do I want to step the fuck up here? Yes. I don't know. No, I do not. Let me handle this shit. What are you, English guy? I love you because you're English. Now shut the fuck up. Okay, now, whose pen is this? Is that yours? Oh, yeah, I'll move that shit out of the way. So, we have another live plant in this bad motherfucker. That's good. Because we had a plastic one here. We had a plastic, I say we because I come here a lot. But I'm not an owner or anything. I just like to hang out up here because I'm a comedian, as are you, right? I'm also a comedian and an actor. My name is Albert Linton. You can find me on Albert Linton Comedy. You can also find me on the show Lace, which is on HBO, All Black. You can find me, I don't know what all black means because there's a lot of white people on the show, but what the fuck? Who cares, right? So you can see me on that. You can also see me in my favorite short film, which is called Cabbage, Cabbage, the one I love the most because I got to be someone who I am absolutely not like, which is called acting, right? When you get to act. So, and I got some other shit out too. That's called Into the Darkness or Into the Void. I had forgotten about that one, Patty. I forgot about Into the Void. I played this scummy dude, this bartender who was trying to get the old stripper to leave the bar so he could bring in the new stripper, so he could make more money as an old bald-headed piece of shit goddamn bar owner. I played it to a T too because I'm just like that. I'm a scumbag. Been a scumbag all my fucking life. Ain't gonna change. But here's the good news. The good news, I'm also what you would call a Mormon. So I know that even though I'm a scumbag, I'm a perfect fucking scumbag. I was designed to be a scumbag. God designed me that way. I am exactly what I'm supposed to be. Scumbaggery till the day I die! I just wrote that. It'll be on my album called Scumbaggery. Or is it Scumbuggery? I'm not really sure. Anyway, so it's good to be here. I almost didn't make it. My car broke down on the way. I had to take an Uber, but I'm sure by now the cops have found it. The driver gave me a hard time. I don't know what the problem is. I showed him my fucking Glock. I even offered him the money. He still wouldn't give me the car, so I hit him in the head and put him in the trunk. Then I got scared. I got to thinking, man, what if he can't breathe in there? So I shot a few holes in the lid to help him out because I care. My brother told me not to do that joke. I wish I had listened to him. But he goes on and on and on. Albert, you can't do jokes about violence and brothers. There's already too many jokes like that already. And I knew what he was talking about, so I shot him too. Stuck his ass in the trunk. Good news, he won't be selling Amway anymore, and that made it worth it. Oh, shit, my dick hurts. You know, I had to come all the way over here tonight from Patty's neighborhood because he lives in Santa Monica, and so do I. I live in Santa Monica, too, on the corner. Right. How many of you, when I walked up here, thought you saw me on the corner asking for change when you came out of the Trader Joe's? Huh? How many of you pulled off the highway, went underneath a bridge, and saw me standing there and say, "We'll work for food"? It wasn't me. I won't work for shit. I don't work, fuckers. I'm rich. Fuck you. I ain't out begging. I got money. You won't see me out on the street. You ever seen a broke nigga with fingers like this? Look at these nails, bitches! I have these motherfuckers manicured. I have my toes manicured too. Fuck, I'm trying to get my ass crack manicured. Any volunteers? I just came up with that one. That's a new joke that will not become an old one. Because that shit is gone already. Good to be here. People tell me I remind them of somebody. Like people always say I look like Bill Cosby. And if you say that, you're fucking stupid. You're just a dumbass. Fuck you, suck my dick. Don't talk to me. If you say I look like Charlie Pride, I can handle it. Or if you say I look like Nipsey Russell, I can handle it. I'll say, yeah, Charlie Pride, Nipsey Russell. I'm Neil Lovechild. They call me Nipple Pride. So you know. But Bill fucking Cosby?
I don't rape bitches. I don't rape dudes. I don't rape any fucking body. And insulting me by telling me I look like Bill Cosby, I have to tell you one thing. What any decent woman would tell you, suck my dick. Okay, so that was a good one. Let's move on to something else. What do I have, another half hour? Okay, so, what else do I want to talk about? I love talking about my dick. Anybody else love talking about my dick or their dick? Right? Guys love to talk about their dicks, don't we? We do. We love to hold our dicks, don't we? Don't we, guys? You know we do. We sit around talking about we don't, but at night when you're by yourself, what do you hold first? Okay, you guys are homos. All right, fuck y'all. I hold my dick. I always make sure it's still there. When I got out of the car tonight, the first thing I did was grab my dick. Is it there? And I look around to see if anybody took it. Because when I was a kid, somebody tried to take it. Her name was Baby. Making this up because I'm paying for this shit. That's the only thing I want. I'll make it up as I go. It's been a while since I've been here, though. Actually, I haven't seen Sam or Patty. I haven't seen you either. And I've seen you before. I think you're very funny. Not that I don't have any comedy right now. Can you tell? That's why I'm talking to the audience. I wanted to talk about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints because I am a Mormon. I'm what you call the Black Mormon. Have you heard of me? I can jump over tall buildings in a single bound. The Black Mormon. You never heard of me? As if that was the only one and I'm it. Y'all don't know about No. I like the idea. I like trying to fit my life into following my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Because it's so easy and it's so difficult at the same time. It's kind of a paradox like that. It's like, well, when I die, am I going to go to heaven or am I going to go to hell? Or is there a God or is there not a God? Is there a heaven or is there a hell? And you know goddamn well there is one. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's a heaven and there's a hell. And it's inside of you and it's inside of me. We live there now or we don't. We choose. I choose, instead of living in hell, I choose to maybe get my dick sucked. What about that, huh? Thank you. You got that one person. That's all I needed. I want to go to England. I want to do comedy over there. I want to go to Ireland. I want to do comedy there. I don't want to go to Japan, though. They scare the fucking shit out of me. Just being right up honest and frank, I get scared. I've known 3 Japanese girls that I've had close encounters of the scary fucking kind. And I'm like, do I really want to go there? How much? 2 minutes? Do I really want 1? 2. Okay, so I have 5 minutes. So, but then they say that they have the prettiest cherry blossoms in Japan at a certain time of the year or season, thing like that. And that people from all around the world go to Japan just to see the cherries blossom and bloom. And I'm thinking, oh, that sounds miraculous. That sounds like that would be such a heavenly sent experience. One time I sat in the rainbow. Anybody ever did that? Actually sat in a rainbow. Most people don't believe rainbows are real, but those people are stupid. You can see it right there. It's in front of your fucking eyes. It only comes out after it rains. Every time it rains, it fucking comes out. Then it goes. If you're in the right spot on the planet Earth where the rainbow touches the earth, it will fall on you. It's not magic. It's just a matter of reality. It's physics. It's a real thing. That's how I know that God is real. That's why I follow Jesus, because I know he's real. I know he's real just like I know I'm breathing. Let me know when I'm out of time. Then I'll shut the fuck up. And that being the case, hey, thank you for listening to me. And I hope you didn't get shit out of anything I said, because I don't know what the fuck I was talking about from beginning or till the end. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. Welcome, Sam.
Give it up for Albert, everybody. We are on to our last. You don't want to be on YouTube, right? You don't care? Okay. Well, come to the stage. Keon, everybody! Give it up for Keon. Give me some comedy. What an intro at the end. I know. Should have.
Alan, I really want to meet your boss.
Oh, which one?
I don't know, the company owner.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he must be. I just picture him as some sort of like Russian mobster.
Close.
Russian mobster being like, He's just interviewing you. He's like, "Hello, what is your name?" And you're like, "My name's Alan." And we're looking for. Is it CPA? We are looking for CPA. What is your credentials? And then he gives you the resume. You're like, yeah, I don't know if you are what we are looking for. And you're like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I actually have dyslexia, so maybe it's not the perfect job. I mix numbers. They're like, you are hired. I love this person.
That's exactly how it went.
Is that how it went? Yeah. Oh, I bet you do a great job. What else? I feel like did either of you perform tonight? No, you're just here. Tell me about yourself. What's your? I want to know more. So you know Sam.
Jewish sleepaway camp.
Okay. What?
Yeah.
She talks about that shit all the time. I think she talked about that shit today.
Yeah. I said. Were you listening?
I did. I should feel bad. I should feel bad, but I guess I don't. Oh, wait. So tell me a little bit more. So how do you know Sam? What's going on here? What are your names first? Sydney. Okay. Nice to meet you, Sydney and Jessica. Okay. So how's Sweet Sleepaway Camp?
That's a really complicated question because once you're in it and you're like brainwashed, it's super fun. And then once you're out of it, you're like, oh, I actually had a horrible time. This was awful. Why did my parents subject me to this kind of torture? Does that make sense?
No. What was fun about it?
Well, it means all the
Like in the moment, in the moment, like what was fun about it? Or like.
I feel like a really huge sense of togetherness because
Okay.
like they're really good at brainwashing you. And you just think like you're really sleep deprived too, so everything was really intense.
Did they like? Were you guys like? I don't know, slave workers or something? Like I feel like.
We didn't like make stuff. We weren't like making a product. We were just like.
You could be workers and not make things. Anyways, doesn't matter. But go ahead. Sorry. Keep going. What did you guys do? What did you guys do?
We laid on a hill a lot and talked, and then did like weird chants and like sang songs and like there was a fire sometimes.
This explains so much, Sam. So much. Joke, just kidding. I thought you guys were.
We prayed 3 times a day.
Okay. Okay, moving on.
3 times a day before every meal and after.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I have nothing else to say, but it was nice to meet you two. What was your name again? Sydney and Jessica. All right. I gotta get more of Jessica next time. I do. How much time do I got? Just.
You got time. You
I got time. Okay.
You got
I'll
give you 6 minutes right now.
Okay, cool. So, my brother is everything I want to be. He's like confident. He's good with girls. He's like, he walks into a room. He makes people just happy and laugh and like not take things so seriously. I make people want to die on the inside. Like they're just like, you know, those people that like they're like so awkward and they talk to you and you're like, why are you talking to me? This is a lot. This is like a lot to handle. That is me. I've never gotten Jason to laugh, ever. This is the thing that he laughs on. My social incompetence. So it's just like I grew up and I was like, he'd be the laughing person. He'd make people laugh about like. We have this saying called golden penis in Iran. It's just, yeah, exactly, weird phrases. We'll get there. So there's another phrase where they just sit. There's this one phrase, you have a bad haircut. They're like, in loosely translated, it's like, someone like got up on your shoulders, squatted, and just took a big shit on your head. We are not known for metaphors. This is a good reason why you don't know what these metaphors are, okay? We're very interesting people. But like he would just like riff for hours at this Mediterranean restaurant, and he'd make my like very conservative Persian grandmother and grandfather laugh the entire time. I just sat in the corner being like, what is going on here? It was just like, I just didn't know what was like, I didn't know why we were so different. And like, it was just this moment of like, I had many moments throughout my life where I felt this way. I'm 27, and especially when I was like, when he started getting funny when he was around 12, I was just like, what's wrong with me? Because I made people feel uncomfortable and stressed out, and just like, that was just who I was, and I just didn't know why, and I just felt, I was a loner. I was that kid that sat in the corner. You were like, he's like good at school, but like always doing homework at like during lunch when he should be like outside playing. I got distracted. But that was just me. And like, I didn't know how to talk to people because I was always afraid of like what I was going to say and how was I going to say it and how was it going to come off. So I never talked to people. And school was so important, so I just like didn't do anything social. And I grew up, well, I mean, I don't know if you know anything about a socially awkward person, but if they don't talk to people for a long time, they'll get even more socially awkward. It gets worse, not better. So it's like, you just don't make the mistakes socially that you would when you are just like weird. And my brother, he just like, he's like all laughs, and he makes like dick jokes about how he made one joke when he was a kid about like how he just couldn't get hard when he was having sex for the first time. Exactly. And like immediately, like he doesn't have like a filter. He just says shit. He just doesn't have a filter. And you have like all these 3 like football players that he was talking to making this joke. And they all just opened up. They're like, bro, we like can't get hard all the time. We don't know what's going on. Like, you're the first person now. And they're like, start sharing. But that was him. He's like filterless. And like, I'm the opposite. I care so much about what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. And that's why like when I'm in a conversation, like I'll get like frozen up and I just get so like, I don't know what I'm going to say. Like I just get like quiet and stressed out. And then you're like, is Keon okay? Is he dying? I don't know what's going on here. Is he like stressed out? And it's just like, it's just my brain just fucking with me. It's just the way my brain works. And so like I go through like all of high school and I'm like, what is wrong with me basically? And I just don't know what's going on. I don't know how it works. I don't know how to deal with it. Meanwhile, my brother's just like having a ball. He's like asking out his sophomore grade teacher, like, yo, Miss Sarah, you want to go to prom? And she doesn't say no. She's supposed to say no. She doesn't say no. And so, like, I'm like, fuck, bro. And he'd, like, bring these beautiful girls home every single night. And one time they just slept in the same room and they didn't do anything. Do you know how privileged you have to be with women to just do nothing? At all? You have so many women. I just saw these beautiful women come and I was like, what is wrong? Like, this does not make sense. I'm way more beautiful than he is, okay? He's beautiful on the inside, but like beautifully challenged on the outside. And like, I love this man, but it's like, what is going, like God just gave me it's like God just gave me all the beauty and he's like, he's not going to know anything. He's not going to know how to use it. It's okay. It's just how it works. And so I was just like confused and socially awkward. See, it's quiet, and see, I'm good at this, right? I'm good at the awkward. Can make you feel awkward like that. Turn it on. It's my power. It's my superpower. But I guess I got like, oh, am I done? Okay, I'm done. Okay. Saw the red light. Sam gave me the death stare. That's where we're at.
All right, guys, give it up for Keon. Yeah. Come on. Give it up for yourself. Schmooze after. Hold it in. You're holding in your farts. Hold it in your quips. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I've been Sam. What a fantastic, funky, funkalicious, freaky hashtag funk stank, totally crazy, awesome, amazing, spectacular schmooze videos later. I'm kidding, you guys. I'm Sam. I'll be at the show on this Sunday. 360 Studios shout out. It's at 291 South La Cienega Boulevard. It's a really cool spot. That inside they have a whole streaming setup. You guys are you're gonna want to go there. And give it up for Jason Ham on the computer. Keeping it real. Okay. Good night, Los Angeles. Good night, New York.